Hello, welcome back to my channel. Tonight we continue with the code from the previous session and I show you how to pass a callback to the constructors along the constructor calls, okay? Because this is a chain. So, first thing, let's go to the main function. Okay, we will first of all move all this logic inside another function that I call start. Okay, this is like this. Okay, I will just pass this here. Okay, now what do I do now? I take this start function here and I call it 5 times. Okay, and that's all for the main function. Here in the start I have to remove this one here because I cannot return it. I just return control to the main function. Now let's put this, let's rearrange a bit the format. Yes. And what else? Here inside the placement new, we call the construct. Placement new enables me to call the constructor, and that's all that I can do. Okay, that's all that this line does here. It calls the constructor and returns the pointer person. Another thing that I can do is that I can pass my callback function that I will call test. So let's start to do this immediately. Okay, so here I'm just passing the callback. Okay, here instead I will use the function because it will be visible. Okay, so what? Let's change now this here. I want just a space. Okay, and that's all for this function here. So person is the first thing that is allocated, the memory for person. Then as we go along, the person constructor is called, and so we are here now. We have to enable the person constructor to receive a callback function that will be called test. Okay, so I will have a pointer to function which will return a long int, and that I will call test for simplicity. What's with this? Let's do this. Okay. Okay, then now that is I have passed the function to the constructor, I can do this. I say test by 50, etc. So it will fail. Okay, it will fail, but not immediately. That's why I've done. I want the object to be constructed well at least one time, at least once. Okay, here again, this is another allocation, test by size of, and here we call the constructor of address. Okay, so here I pass again my callback function, and we fly almost. Let me change the format here. We fly soon to the address constructor. Okay, here we have finished. That's all. So here we have the address constructor now. Yes, the address constructor must be enabled to receive a pointer to function. That is to receive a function. Okay, long int is what it will return. and I call it test, of course. This will be like this. Okay, I'm changing the format. Here above, I have to make this allocation fail at some point. So I think that's all for this part of the program. Okay, now we just have to write the callback function. So auto test, it will return a long int as specified here, long int, and I will take advantage of like this. I will use a static integer counter. That means that the value of the variable is remembered, even though the function goes out of scope. That is, it ends. So here what? Here I will increase the counter. I will return 1 by default. Okay, so the first 4 times it must not fail. Okay, and I want to make it fail in reverse order of construction, as it is so important. Okay, going in reverse order of construction. It is not necessary now, but let's do it for rigor and order. It will be if counter is equal to what? 8, because test is called 4 times along the structure of the program. Okay, so the first 4 times it will build the object entirely. The other 4 times at 8 it will fail, and so the allocation for state will fail. Okay, then I want the allocation for address to fail, so it's 8 plus 3, that is 11. And the allocation for name will fail, that is 11 plus 2, that is 13. And then I want the first function allocator, okay, the allocator for person, so it's 13 plus 1, that must, okay, this is 14. Okay, so here what? Here I return a big number, okay, and I think that's all. We can go hoping that there are no errors, and compile. No errors, fantastic. Okay, so first cycle of the loop, everything works. Second cycle of the loop, state fails, and so I can see Johnny Bravo, not USA. Here the allocation for address fails, but it is not important because in this sense, because Johnny Bravo is still visible, though we can't say USA because the state is an attribute, okay, of that structure. Here name fails, so we can't see anything more, and here person fails, so of course the program ends. So this is the only way to pass a callback to a constructor. Okay, the only way is by using placement new. Okay, as far as my knowledge goes. So you have to go very low level and manage the memory around. In the next video, I will reduce the amount of lines because here I've separated the concerns, okay, by doing this before and then this. That is allocating memory and calling constructor, allocating memory and calling constructor. In the next video, I will use one function to do both the things, okay? So that's all for tonight. Thank you and bye.